Hey kids, welcome to a new episode of Cooking with Dr. Gool. And tonight we're going to be doing something just a little bit different, man. We're going to let somebody else do the cooking. We're going to be making devilishly good, grilled on the back of a truck, barbecue chicken. And to enjoy while we're making our devilishly good chicken, we're going to be enjoying the 1973 horror classic is probably too strong a word. Horror movie, let's call it, Messiah of Evil. So sit back, relax, and get ready for some of the best food you've ever had and one of the strangest movies you've ever seen.
I gave my message to the wind. I told my story to the sea. No one else is listening to me. The hidden truth clear in my mind. Soon all alone I will not find. Somehow, somewhere, someone may hear me. Hold on to love, but beware of men who became beasts of prey. Many are they, child without a soul, men without a heart, their one hungry goal to tear your life apart. How many are they? Don't try to find out, stay away. They are without shame. This is not a game. From them stay away, or you could become one. I say, I gave my message to the wind. I told my story to the sea. Somehow, somewhere, someone may hear me. Hold on to love, hold on to love, hold on to love.
They say that nightmares are dreams perverted. I've told them here it wasn't a nightmare, but they don't believe me. They nod and make little notes in my file, and they watch me now, waiting for me to scar my breasts, to eat insects maybe, or to lift my dress like some crazy old woman and urinate on the floor. But there's so little time left. You've got to listen. Not far from here, there's a small town on the coast. They used to call it New Bethlehem, but they changed the name to Point Dune after the moon turned blood red. Point Dune doesn't look any different than 1,000 other neon stucco towns. But what happened there, what they did to me, what they're doing now, they're coming here. They're waiting at the edge of the city. They're peering around buildings at night. And they're waiting. They're waiting for you. And they'll take you one by one, and no one will hear you scream. No one will hear you scream!
I went there looking for my father. He used to spend winters in Point Dune painting. Then, after my mother died, he stayed, and his letters became our only contact. Until recently, when his letters became more and more bizarre and finally stopped.
I have little time now. I can't write again. But you mustn't worry. Please,
So tell me again, how is she remembering a letter in his voice?
it's better that I wait alone for it to come.
Fill her up?
Yes.
Dogs. Stray dogs.
Doesn't sound like dogs.
Has to be. Has to be dogs. I've hunted in them woods out there. Nothing but quail and rabbits. Rabbits don't make that sound.
That's Point Dune ahead, isn't it?
Why do you want to go to Point Dune?
I'm visiting somebody there.
I can't understand why anybody would want to go to Point Dune visiting. I mean, it's just a piss poor little town. It's deader than hell.
You forgot.
Hello there. Fill her up?
$2. No knock.
Yes, sir. The machine's broke, lady. Don't you have any cash?
Well, no, but this is...
That's all right. Forget it.
Oh,
Get out! Get your stamps?
around here. Serious.
Father? Father?
June 30th. For 3 nights now, I haven't slept. I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. Visions are coming from areas of my mind that I don't understand. July 2nd. These grotesque images keep crowding in on me. At night, I find myself wandering alone in town, catching glimpses of horrid animals I know can't be there. And along the dark beach, faces haunt me. Pale women with sleepless eyes and shadowy figures staring toward the black water.
He didn't return that night. I walked along the beach in the morning, as I'm sure he must have, coming out of the nightmares he spoke of, back into the daylight.
All right, kids, here we are at the Shelbyville Public Library, man, and we're having a special lunch today, right? I mean, if the sushi place won't answer the phone, if the pizza place didn't want to deliver, barbecue, man! It's time for barbecue. We got my buddy Dustin over here, and we're getting ready. What are we having, Dustin? Help a feller out.
Barbecue chicken.
Barbecue chicken,
Yeah.
all right. Hang on just a second here. Let's take a look at that. All right, let's take a look and see what do you have over here, Dustin. Tell me about what we're cooking up here.
Okay, so we've got chicken thighs, and when you're cooking on the back of a truck, I'm going for E. So we've got boneless, skinless, because I don't want to do any knife work on a tailgate.
Right.
It's a little too much.
All right,
So-
little safety tip for you there. No knife on a tailgate.
Right. So we're going out of this package. We're gonna go onto a plate for seasoning, and then we're going onto a grill. But first, we gotta light the thing.
Make fire, Dustin. Make fire, man.
Try not to blow ourselves up. So
All
let's
right.
see what happens.
Let's hold our breath. Here we
Yeah.
go.
And we're caught.
And we have fire, man. Look at that. Fire makes heat, if you didn't know. That's a little scientific fact for you that not everybody. Now, what are we doing? Why are we putting the lid back on there?
Oh, Just trying to warm it up.
Okay.
So preferably, I want this thing to get above like 300 degrees.
Sweet.
Before I drop the chicken on, just so we've got like a good decent cook time. But we won't know because this is a very simple little grill that I keep back here, and there's no thermometer.
No thermometer.
So we're just gonna
So
kind
we're
of
just
feel it.
gonna watch the grill. We're gonna make sure it gets hot. So that's another cooking tip, Dustin, and we'll be back in just a minute to see how this works out.
All right, so what we've got here, I'm gonna rip open this package, theoretically.
Chicken, man, loves some chicken. No, we got chicken legs, thighs, breast. What we got going on
These are
here?
thighs.
All right, there we go. Juicy
and I'm
stuff.
putting them on this paper plate because I'm gonna use the paper plate to season, and then I'm gonna throw everything away and wash my hands, which is the hardest part of keeping everything safe. I've got a serving tray for when they're done, but until these things are nice and cooked, I don't want to cross-contaminate because that'll get someone super sick.
That's the words, man. Cross-contamination. Actually, is that one word or is that two words?
Maybe
is it
it's hyphenated?
It's
I'm just a simple librarian.
It's I've seen that book. All right, so cross-contamination. Look it up. It's on Google somewhere in one of those pages.
Theoretically,
So, and if you can't find it, look at the back of the page. See if it's there. A little dad joke for the kids in the back.
It's awesome.
All right. So we get ready to season, are we?
Gonna get ready to season. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wash hands
All right.
and spill chicken guts
All over
everywhere
the
on
ground.
this nice
And
rocked landscape.
so kids, if you're young and at home and watching this, don't spill chicken guts where your mom can see it.
I drove into town later. It was hot already. I saw an art gallery and I thought they might know my father. The art dealer was blind. Her fingers moved like a pale spider over my face.
Joseph Lang? Do I know who he is? We do get magazines in Point Doon, which some of us can even read.
Well, I meant I'm looking for him. And I thought maybe you knew him personally.
Point Doon isn't an artist colony. I heard he did take people out there, mostly women, but they weren't from Point Doon. There were some people in this morning looking for your father, which means some people do like his brand of art.
Who were they?
I don't know. Strangers. I think they're staying at the Seven Seas.
I'm as old as the hills. Mama delivered me herself. She took me from between her legs. Bloody little mess. Just about to feed me to the chickens. And Daddy said, maybe we could use a boy, Lottie. That's how I came into the world.
Excuse me. They said at the gallery that you were looking for Joseph Lang. He's my father, and I just...
Just come in and close the door.
All I want to know is if you knew...
Close the door. Go ahead, Charlie.
It's hard to remember back on things, but I remember the red moon my daddy told me about only once. Mama gave him a bad look when he talked about it. He was only a boy himself then. He called it the blood moon. He said that was the night that he lost religion. He learned that men could do horrible things. Like animals.
I'm really hungry. I've got the munchies.
Shut up. Go ahead, Charlie. What about the moon?
100 years ago, the moon started turning red up in the sky, and things began to happen. It was like the red of the moon got up there, the closer the people were being jerked toward hell, where the people started bleeding out of control. They found children eating raw meat. It was like the town was festering with an open sore until the night that they came down out of the canyon. And
Who came down, Charlie?
I gotta go.
Charlie. Take the wine, Charlie.
Wow. Thanks for your kindly hospitality.
I'm looking for my father. Do you know him?
I know of him.
They told me at the gallery.
We drove by the gallery this morning. I happened to see how this works in the window. I didn't know that he lived here.
They didn't have any of his paintings there.
Well, that's popularity. Because they did this morning. I offered to buy one, and the old woman said they weren't for sale. As a matter of fact, it was a portrait of you.
Tom likes to collect things.
Like old trunks.
Old-fashioned retort.
What's a retort?
Tony, you're half girl, half child, and half wit.
Sit on it, sister.
Don't be afraid. I'm an ugly old man, but I'm harmless. It's about your daddy. They mustn't hear me. I got him fooled. I get drunk, sleep on the sidewalk like a dog, and they let me be. I ain't crazy. Hello, Charlie.
What about my father?
You have to kill him.
You're crazy.
You can't bury him. Don't put him in the ground. You gotta burn him. You gotta put fire to his body.
I'll take things not said on a first date for 100, Alex.
I spent the afternoon in town asking about my father. The reaction was always the same. People would only stare or shake their heads and back away.
July 6th. Our Letty called this morning. I listened to her, but couldn't let her know I was here. My voice would have terrified her. At times, I make noises which don't seem human, and my mind is letting go. I try to remember the past, my daughter, but I can't. Instead, I think of death. Always death.
What are you doing here?
So comfortable, I didn't want to wake you. You're very pretty when you sleep.
I'm going to take a nap.
Want to come?
Later.
But you can't stay here.
Just for the night. I'm willing to pay. We had a little trouble at the motel. You remember the old gentleman who was telling us the story?
Of course I do. He was mad.
Perhaps. But when they found him this afternoon, he was dead. The police came and questioned us. And needless to say, they weren't very understanding, what with me and my two traveling companions. And then suddenly, every other motel locked and shuttered its windows. You're the only other person we know.
What happened to the old man?
They found his body in the alley. He must have passed out or something. The police theorized that it must have been dogs. Well, they found his body half-eaten.
Okay, you don't even have to look. I'm telling you, 100%, there is absolutely no nudity here. Nothing. You are missing not one little thing. Promise.
All right. So now that we are clean, got the chicken on the plate, we're gonna season.
Well, okay. Well, what do we have here? What are we seasoning with here?
Weber, adult corn beverage can.
But this is prefabricated. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir.
So you didn't make this. Is that correct?
That is correct.
You got somebody. You know what? It's my own fault. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a recipe for this so you don't have to go to people that aren't cooks to make this. So yeah, go ahead. Nothing wrong. It's going to taste great. I know it is.
Fair enough.
And so you go ahead. Gotta intimidate them, man. They don't pay any attention to you.
I'm scared now.
Hey, actually, that looks pretty good, man.
It's not bad.
Not bad, huh? Good. Smells good.
Yeah. So what we're doing? Just covering. Just get some coverage.
It's a good one, good layer all the way across, you know.
Just getting friendly with it. The rain will wash it off the back of the truck, so you know, it's fine.
That's the beautiful part of truck cooking, man. You see, in my house, I have to use a garden hose. Here, you just wait for the rain. And here's to hoping my head was in each of those shots. Oh, that's looking good. That's looking good. Boy, the wind is catching that smell, and I suspect we're going to get like neighbors coming out looking for what we're cooking here.
We got to fend them off.
What you're cooking, this is your kitchen, man. So do you do this at home? Do you cook at home like this off the truck?
No. I mean, I could, but I'm scared of my neighbors.
Yes. Yes. I've had whole decades like that. So, all right, we got them seasoned.
We got them seasoned. Now it's to the grill top.
All right.
If we let this heat up long enough, we should get a nice sizzle.
All right.
So I think we did. It feels hot. I think we're ready to go.
He said he was a collector of old legends. He thought my father knew something of the legend of Point Dune. I told him my father wasn't here. He said they could wait. Are you lost?
No. I've been walking. Have you seen the fires on the beach?
No, I haven't.
bird stuck on my vest.
I'm sure one of your traveling companions could help.
Well, they're very angry with me. They get jealous when I'm around strange women.
How awkward.
Really? So if you just... It wasn't very hard.
No. I'm sure you could have done it yourself. Good night.
Well, you don't just unzip a man and say goodnight. You are tired, aren't you? So am I. Good night.
Want to ride?
Yeah, seems legit.
What the hell? Oh, hey, thanks.
You coming back from the wedding?
What?
The wedding at the beach. You like Wagner?
Oh, yeah, sure. Super. You can, let me off in town. You guys must have been, working late.
Moonlighting.
Moonlight.
Everybody was out there tonight. Even the little creatures. I found a lot of them.
A lot of what?
Beach rats. What's wrong?
Nothing. What do you do with them?
Do with them? I eat them. That's what I do with them. I've got another, if you'd like.
No, thank you. I'm just going to get out right here.
You don't want it?
No. It's a very nice night to walk.
Jesus.
Hello? Hello? Hey! 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 Hey!
Honey, I hate to tell you, but she's just not that into you.
July 17th. I dread the night coming on now. The fires on the beach are more numerous.
I tried to sleep, and I fell in and out of half-dreams. I remember my father saying that you're about to awaken when you dream that you're dreaming. I felt like I was losing control.
Losing control. It's not nightmares any longer, but something like a sickness that's still there with the sunrise. I think my body is being taken over by some unspeakable evil that's turning me into...
Oh, that smells good. Oh, he's doing more, man. This dude is out of sight. He's crazy. He's lost his mind. Look at that.
When you cook at work, you've got to make enough for everybody at work. At least the ones you like.
At least the ones you like, man. Tell everybody else it's like, it's a cold oatmeal bar. You won't want anything to do with it.
Okay. Let's kind of scoot this in.
Well, you don't mind wrapping them up there, huh? That's cool. That's cool.
I mean, they're going to be a little friendly. It's
awesome.
fine.
You gotta get them on there. Don't waste your space. That's what. That's right. Don't waste your space. Fill that bad boy in there.
And that'll be near enough.
Awesome. So we leave these open, or we lid back on there.
I'm gonna lid it.
Get some heat back on, and we'll come back in a few minutes and see if this has turned into ashes or if we have some happy or juicy chicken. All right, what are we doing?
Right.
Is it right?
So it's flip time. We got a little bit of char on here, but that's just that goodness from the.
Oh yeah, man.
From the grill Santa Claus.
That's the Gorilla Claus. I knew the Gorilla Claus. I think they opened for like the Jackson 5 or something one time. I don't know. Maybe it was Berlin. Let's see what we got. Look at that. Oh,
that guy's a little stuck. So might have to flip him back over, but
yeah,
we'll do that in a bit.
He was hugged up a little tight.
He was.
He was like spooning.
I bet this guy will probably be the same way.
Oh, that looks good though. And you gotta get to kids, get your noses right up to the screen and smell, because that smells really good. And you want to get close and get a good lungful.
Presented in smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision. You see, that's a great idea. I think they should do that. All right, so we're gonna let them cook for a little longer.
Back on for the wait.
And we'll come back in and we'll see. Oh, look, we found a window for them, and we'll see what we can find out. All right, Mr. Dustin, man. So what do we got? What do we got going on here?
Okay, so this is how you mop on some barbecue sauce on your tailgate. Got paper towels because they're disposable. Barbecue sauce already on my plate, and I'm just gonna kind of dab here.
Hey, that's what I call. That's some serious civic engineering right there, kids.
Right, very much so. And we're just gonna kind of. By the way, the heat's also down to low now. I'm gonna smother, and I'm gonna let it get a little caramelized.
Oh, the chicken. He's smothering the chicken.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Thought we had a carotene on the set. Yeah, another bad joke for the folks in the back. Is it too soon? Too soon?
Nah, not yet.
Okay.
Nah, we're good. We made it.
I'm going to get barred from YouTube.
Oh, for sure.
But that's Dr. Gool, man. Live on the edge, man. Mid-side. Look at that, kids. And I got to say, you know, in all honesty, oh, my stars, that looks just killer.
It's not the worst.
You have my permission to cook this anytime you want, man. And if you got to get a bottle of stuff, I don't get paid for this, but we both should.
Yes, we should.
That particular brand, yeah, that's the way to go, man. That's the way to go.
All right. So we hit the almost there mark. We're on low heat. Lid on. Let it chill on it for a minute. Then we'll flip, do it again. We'll be done.
Awesome.
Arletty, what's wrong?
I don't know. The light was on in the studio. I thought maybe I thought someone was in there.
Come on, it's all right.
There was a painting.
Come on, you've been having a bad dream. Come on, get in.
I don't know what else to do. Nobody in town knows him. I don't know where else he'd go.
Arletty, I think you should leave here.
That's a great idea. Why don't you both leave? Then maybe I could get a little sleep.
Hello? Yes, it is. What? I don't... Where?
The police said it must have been a mental problem. They had picked up my father twice in town. He was found wandering around before dawn. He never knew where he was, what he was doing in the dark streets. And then, people reported seeing him on the beach, building a huge sculpture. The tide must have collapsed it on top of him.
After this is over and we get through with some paperwork, I think you should take the young lady out of town. We're not really a tourist town, and strangers only bring problems.
July 20th. If the cities of the world were destroyed tomorrow, they would all be rebuilt to look like Point June. Entirely normal. Quiet. Silent, though, because of the shared horror in common. I know it's hiding now beneath its stucco skin.
I sat in my father's chair. The mundane scenes around me were of Point June. They were slightly distorted and foreboding, as if they were hiding some message, just as I knew now. Town was hiding some dark fear.
July 21st. My body temperature has dropped to 85. This morning I passed blood again.
Too much information, Grandpa.
Taking over my body. No longer needs human blood.
Already? What's wrong? What is it?
It's as if the thing that's taking over my body no longer needs human blood.
Father had beautiful hands. They were fine, long, almost feminine fingers. He was ashamed of them in a way. He used to laugh and say that after the revolution he'd be shot. That pale hands were the mark of a decadent life. That's how I knew. Tom, why did they lie to me? Those weren't his hands. They were coarse and large. That wasn't my father.
You sure?
Yes!
God. Tony.
You can't take all three of us. Wrong.
Isn't always milk and honey, free without care. Life isn't always fair and sunny. Life isn't always...
He's got to be paid for his tune. Not just with money.
We've got a great moment here in Masterpiece Theater. Oh wait, I mean in Cooking with Dr. Gool, man. Here we go. What we got? Oh yeah, it's coming off of there. If you don't cook, you don't understand, man. This is like unwrapping the Mona Lisa, you know? Which, well, I'm not allowed in certain museums now. I'd do it again, who am I kidding?
Never let you next to the Egyptian museums.
No, that's always bad, always bad. Look at that.
So,
you see, kids? This is the final dish. It has been, oh, good, look at it. Let's get close and smell that again. Yeah, it's a long joke, but I've been going with it for a while here. This is some good barbecue. Dustin, are you wanting to taste test this?
Well, first thing, I'm just gonna chop it. Since I don't have a thermometer or anything out here, yeah, we're doing good.
All right. Now, if you look in that and it looks like Jell-O, if it looks pink, the answer is no. There's no such thing as rare chicken. If somebody says they are, send them to me. I will go to their house and slap the crap out of them.
Fair.
Well, it's better than salmonella poisoning, even if you don't have any salmon. Another dad joke for the kids in the back. All right, so here we are. Not very long, a great lunch break and still plenty of time to eat. Guys, Dustin, thank you so much. Chicken, thank you so much. And we're going to be having some here in a bit. And until next time, kids. Okay, we're standing here at the Shelbyville Public Library. We've been having a grilling party right over here with my buddy Dustin. Dustin, nice to see you.
You also.
Thank you very much. So tell me, I've always wondered about this. Is grilling like mad science? You see, mad science, little philosophy, you don't find mad science. Mad science finds you, man. You get that? Yeah, right. So does grilling in a truck find you, or are you found grilling in a truck?
Well, I had dreams many, many nights where a big circular Weber grill would come down from the sky and zap me up into it.
So
maybe I was found.
So maybe he was found. It's kind of like that last scene in Repo Man, but with good chicken. Is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And something else. Let's see. You talked about safety.
Yeah.
You know, keeping your hands.
Absolutely.
Keeping the hands clean.
Washed.
We've got bottled barbecue in this case, but that's okay. It worked out. So tell me, is this your everyday lunch ritual at work?
I would like it. If it's not raining, this is a great summer lunch ritual.
Okay.
Kind of get away.
Do they know how long this takes?
They don't ask. Wait don't tell.
Ah, you see, I'm not going to make a Clinton joke at that point. Guys, this is Dr. Gool. This is my buddy Dustin. We've been making some great chicken. Actually, he's been making some great chicken. I've just been,
Wingman?
yes.
It's a chicken joke.
Wingman, ooh, nice chicken joke. I like that. And that's the third dad joke for the kids in the back. Guys, thank you and enjoy your meal. And thanks for coming to Cooking with Dr. Gool. I'm sorry, ma'am. Could I get a little cheese with that ham?
Wait, please. You've got to help. We only live a couple blocks from here. We were watching TV when we heard them. They came crashing through the sliding glass door, making that noise, that awful noise. We tried to get the children, but they already had them in the hall. They went after them like sharks. My husband dragged me out, and we ran to some neighbors who had guns, but it didn't stop them. They kept attacking anyway. But he's still there. You've got to help.
I can't.
What's wrong?
Your eye.
Too late. It's starting.
I'm very sorry.
Would you please disperse?
Father?
Valerie, I tried to warn you. I dragged one of the bodies they killed up on the beach, but you still didn't leave. There's little time left. You'll have to go. Tell people on the outside. Warn them that what happened 100 years ago is happening again.
What?
Listen. Please listen. He came 100 years ago. A hunter first saw him.
He told the hunter that he had been a minister and had come over the mountains with a Donner Party. He passed that horrible winter with them and saw men commit hideous acts. He said that he himself had eaten human flesh, but had survived because he had faith. Faith in a new master. The hunter didn't understand when the dark stranger said he was spreading this new religion. When they found the hunter, he looked as if he'd been attacked by some kind of animal, half-eaten. As he was dying, he told them of the dark stranger. And they assumed he was delirious. When he went into a fit, biting at them like a rabid dog, they shot him.
The dark stranger watched the chaos. And he walked into the sea and said he would return 100 years later to a world tired and disillusioned. A world looking back to old gods and old dark ways. Our world. You've got to go now. Most of this town is infected. It's got to be destroyed before the moon turns blood red. And he returns to lead them up the coast and inland into the cities.
We can both go.
They took me, and they did this to me.
From such humble beginnings came the Blue Man Group.
I already tasted human flesh.
You gotta kill him. If you love your daddy, you will kill him. Can't bury him. Don't put him in the ground. Gotta burn him. Put fire to his body.
Arletty? 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 Arletty?
Why didn't you leave?
I came back here to get you.
Tom, it's too late.
I saw them in town. They're traveling in packs like wolves. I think the whole town.
maniacs! You blew it up! Damn you! Damn you all to hell!
We thought we must have made it out of the town. And then we saw the first one. They were coming down to the beach as they did every night, to stare at the ocean and wait. We could go no further. They were all around, watching us, staring at us, as if we were trapped animals, caught, already bleeding, yet still struggling hopelessly. We hoped to make it to one of the small boats on the horizon, and then we would drift out and head for safety down the coast. He was having trouble with his arm. I had hurt him, and now I couldn't help him. Boats didn't seem any nearer. And the last thing I saw was the setting sun. They hadn't let me drown. They had pulled me from the water. They had prevented my last escape. That night, most of the town was on the beach. They built their fires, not for warmth, but as beacons to be seen from the black ocean. They dressed me in an old gown. I was to be offered, and following their prophecy, the moon turned blood red, and the dark stranger returned. He let me go with a story that condemned me, knowing that they wouldn't listen. He was right. I made it back, and they put me here.
He told them of the dark stranger, and they assumed he was delirious. When he went into a fit, biting like a rabid dog, they shot him.
It was like
The night the moon turned blood
red
red,
and the moon got up there.
horrible, pale creatures
Closer,
who were no
people were
longer
being jerked toward hell.
crashed into farmhouses and gorged themselves.
Men could do horrible things.
Foreign
Cannibals, folks with shooters on the streets 100 years ago.
During the day, they let me out with the others. We sit in the sun and wait. We sleep. And we dream. Each of us dying slowly in the prison of our minds.
You know, Dustin, buddy, I think you may have outdone yourself here.
pretty happy.
This is absolutely outstanding. Kids, from all of us here at Cooking with Dr. Gool, thank you for stopping by. We will see you next time.
Hold on too long, but beware of men who became beasts of prey. How many are there? Child without a soul, men without a heart. They're one hungry goal to tear your life apart. How many are they? Don't try to find out. Stay away. They are without shame. This is not a...
So that's it, kids. Hope you enjoyed the movie. I know you're gonna like the chicken. Keep in mind, if you don't cook it from the back of a truck, it's not gonna taste the same. So until next time, thank you for watching Cooking with Dr. Gool.